All right, I'm gonna record this one. We're gonna talk. It's just gonna be like a quick 30-minute like training on. It's just gonna be a 30-minute training on tips on finding distributors, posting, conversation, all that good stuff. And if you have questions along the way, I know I didn't put like a Google document or a form or anything like that in the team chat today, but if you have questions along the way, just go ahead and get them in the chat and I'll make sure to answer them as we go. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about is posting. This is like so important to assign distributors, customers, anything. You need to be very, very, very consistent on lifestyle and business posting, even when it feels like maybe you've been in for a few months and like, or a couple of weeks and you feel like your posting is consistent, but nobody's really like paying attention to you. Even when it feels like nobody's watching or you're not seeing the results that you want yet, you need to remain consistent because I promise you people are continuing to watch you, okay? I've had people that have joined my team months after I first spoken to them. I've had people that have joined my team. Ashley, one of our newer team members, I signed her last month, I think. She, let's see who's not muted right now. She's been watching me literally for 3 years and then finally joined. Like we went to high school together and then she finally, like we spoke like 3 years ago about it and she just like never wanted to join. And then she randomly came to me, was like, hey, I filled out your influencer application. So just remember that people are watching you no matter if it takes them watching you for a week to join your team or watching you for 3 months to join your team or watching you for 3 years to finally join your team, okay? So consistency is key. These are the kind of things that you want to be talking about when you're doing your business posting, okay? Anything that's success related, whether no matter like how big or small it is, okay? So when you're sending your customers, when you're earning these bonuses for every 3 customers that we're signing right now, when you're earning those bonuses, talk about that. When you're signing distributors, even when you're just talking to people, like the other day, I made a post about how I was on the trampoline with my girls and just like enjoying our time in the backyard and like enjoying summer together and how I was talking to 3 other moms about making an income from home. Sorry, I'm gonna make sure everyone's muted. Talking to them about making an income from home. And then I had 2 people fill out my influencer application that I put onto that post. We're going to talk about influencer application by the end of this, but that's just like, I was just talking about how I was simply talking to people about the business. Not that I had signed anyone. So even that matters too when you're talking to people and you're talking about that. You want to be talking about when your new distributors are having success, when, you know, when they're getting signed up and then when they're earning their shopping sprees, when they're getting chartered for promotions, because it's showing people that it's not just you having this success, you're also helping other people to do the same. And it's going to give people confidence that you can help them to be good with this as well. You need to take people on your journey. Like, where are you going? What will it do for you? And why does it matter? And then when you reach that goal, like for example, like, you know, maybe you're going Ruby and, you know, talking about Ruby and you're talking about it so much and what that income's going to do for you and how much this promotion means to you. And then when you reach Ruby, then you start talking about what, you know, going Emerald or Diamond means and what it's going to do for you. You're constantly talking about what's coming and where you're going. And then you're showing people that you're crushing those goals and you're reaching those goals. And then from that point, then you're going on to what's next and you're constantly going on to what's next. You don't have to, I know that a lot of times, and I know I say this every single time that I talk about selling distributors, I say this. It's just because there's always new people, but people tend to think that in order to attract distributors, you have to have some massive following or some massive, huge like success. And you have to, you know, have a nice house now and you have to have like pay off all your credit card debt and have a new car and have this and have that, but you don't have to have those things to be able to attract distributors, okay? We all start in the same spot and none of us started with all those things. You kind of like accumulated that along the way as you go. So what you want to do when you're newer is you want to take people on your journey. And that's why all the small success is so important. And even now, like for me, like I talk about small success. I talk about when I sign customers. I talk about when I sign distributors. I talk about when you guys promote and the things that you guys are doing. I talk about all those same things. Like I still, as a triple diamond, continue to talk about. Just an example for like when I was new and taking people along my journey is, so when I first joined, it took me like 2 weeks to actually realize I was going to be like good at this or like want to like really do this. Like I came in here like super nervous, just like everybody else. But I at first just started talking about wanting to go Ruby, and then I went Ruby my first month, and then from there I was like, okay, well now I want to work from home. Like let's just freaking do this thing. Like we could do this. So then at that point I started talking about working from home and how by the end of, because I joined in April, so I was like by the end of summer, so by the end of August, I wanted to be able to quit my job and work fully from home. So along the way, every single time I hit Ruby, and then every single time that I was getting weekly bonuses or my income was coming up, I would, and taking a shift down at work at the coffee stand that I was working at, I was talking about that. And I was so excited. Like, you need to have so much excitement for the things that you were doing and where you're going and all these things that you're accomplishing. Like, don't just post about them and be like, blah. Like, you need to be pumped up and be like, this is where I'm going and this is what I'm doing. And I am so fired up about it, because that energy is what's going to attract others to you. They're going to want to do it with you. Okay. So I was constantly like, dude, I'm going to quit my job. I'm going to be a work from home mom. And at the time, like, I knew nobody else that was doing it works. Okay. It felt kind of crazy to be like, I'm going to work from home, because I have never, besides Katie, who I enrolled with, I've never seen anyone else working from home. I've never seen anyone else do that. And so I felt kind of crazy, but now it's not crazy because we do it all the time. Right. So, but at that time I was taking people on my journey. I was like, shouting out that I was going to quit my job and work from home. And then as my shifts went down, like I said, I was talking about that. Like, now I'm down to 3 shifts a day. Now I'm down, or a week. Now I'm down to 2 shifts a week. And then I dropped it down all the way to 1 shift a week for a month. And then I quit my job after that. And by doing that, I took people on a journey. And then when they're like, holy crap, this girl just talked about quitting her job. We just watched her like build up her income with this business, drop her hours down, and now she works from home. Like, that's incredible. Like, people will want to join you just from watching you talk about where you're going, what you're doing, and you're showing them that you're doing it every little step of the way. Because how many times do we see somebody join this business or a similar business, and they post about it for a little bit, then they stop being consistent, and then they completely fall off the ball, right? People are expecting that if you're newer. And what was I going to say? People are expecting that if you're newer. Oh, the only difference between those people and becoming a diamond and becoming a double or a triple or press or ambassador is that we didn't give up. They gave up on themselves. They weren't that connected to their why. They didn't continue on. They got frustrated because somebody said no to them, or they got frustrated because somebody left a mean comment on their host post, or somebody left a mean comment or told them, my friend got scammed, my friend did this, my friend did that. Okay. They gave up, and that's what people are expecting. So when you're showing people that you are relentless, that you are excited and fired up for where you are going, and you're showing people that you are reaching that, people are going to want to join you and come to you along the way and be a part of that as well. So you're basically showing people, you're going to point A, then from point A, you're getting to point C, you're getting to F, then to Z, and so on. So this is what people want to see, okay? People don't just want to see posts that are like, who wants to make money from home? Who wants to bring in an extra income from home? Okay. People, you need to give them more than that. They're buying into you before they are actually buying into the business. Okay. So they need to, that's why lifestyle, like, I know that lifestyle doesn't have anything to do with the business, but lifestyle is so important because you want people to be able to connect with you. So a lot of the times when somebody's like, hey, I'm getting up my business posting, like, where am I going wrong? Like, why am I not signing the distributor still? And I go to their page and I'm like, dude, all you're posting about is product, business, business. Like, nobody can connect with you outside of that, because all you're doing is putting it works in their face. Okay. You are you. It works as it works. So it should be, your social media should be about you and your life and the things that you love and who you are, and just like fully showing up as the best version of yourself. And then it should be drops, like one daily drop a day about either the product or the business. Okay. And that's where, if you feel like you're getting those business posts up, you're like, well, nobody's interested. Look at how much lifestyle posting you're getting up. Are they able to connect with you on any of your posting? Do they get a feel for who Chelsea is? Do they get a feel for who Jana is outside of just straight up business and product posting? Okay. So that's something that you need to make sure that you're doing 70% lifestyle, and then the other 30% of your posting is a mix of product or business. It's super important that you're doing that. So other ways to talk about the business is you making money. We can't do dollar amounts anymore. And just, anytime that you're talking about the business, you want to make sure that you do that cute little like income disclosure statement. I think that we've done such a fun way, like a good job of like making it fun and making it look cute with our posting, with like changing the background and making like the 3 different or the 4 different photos. So make sure you're always putting that onto your post, anything that has to do with the business. So you making money would be, on the 8th of the month, when we get the sneak peek at what our paycheck's going to be on the 14th, just talking about your excitement for that. You could say, you know, maybe it's your first check, or maybe this is your 6th month in a row of making money from home. Like, that's so exciting. Maybe this is like your year of like, you've made money from home for a straight year now. Or maybe you give yourself a pay raise from last month. You don't have to say the dollar amount. It doesn't matter how much it was, and we're not allowed to say dollar amounts, but talk about giving yourself a raise, or talk about what, you know, that paycheck is going to pay for. And then on the 14th or 15th, whenever we end up getting paid, talk about getting paid. Or if we get paid like on the 13th or 12th, sometimes when we get paid early, talk about how freaking cool it is that we're getting paid just because it's a Friday. Who else gets paid 2 days early just because that day happens to land on the weekend, so we're going to pay you on a Friday? Like, nobody else does that. I freaking love those weekends. They're my favorite. So talking about that. Or when you're selling these samples cash and you're making money on the spot, that is cash. That is money for diapers. That is money for gas. That is money for a bill. That is money for you to go get your nails done, go buy yourself makeup, whatever it is. Okay. So talk about what you're able to buy with your sample cash, or with your commissions checks. Or right now we're doing the every 3 customers that you sign, you get $100, guys. I don't know if you realize that, but every 3 customers right now that you sign, you literally get $100 from the company just for doing the things that you're supposed to be doing to build your business anyways, which is freaking bomb. So talking about that, and you know, I think that sometimes people just focus so much on commissions, but that is not the only way that we make money. My favorite way to make money is faster bonuses or sample cash. That's like weekly money in your hands, in your pockets. And those are my favorite things to talk about, not just the commissions. Other things you want to talk about is making friends. I've made some of my very best friends in this business, and you will do the same thing. And like, you know, I feel like with this, everyone's so focused on themselves and their goals, and everyone's so uplifting. Like, you don't hear anyone, like, I don't go to Chelsea and be like, yeah, Chelsea, what are you doing? Like, that looks so stupid. Like, you sound dumb. Like, you know, I'm not putting her down in any way. Like, we are an uplifting group of women, and outside of this business, it's so like normal to have negativity all around you. Dude, my grandma is the most negative person. I say, you can literally say the happiest thing in the world and she will find something negative to say about it. It is insane. And we all have somebody like that in our life, right? So I just think it's something special that you can come into this and have community and have new friends and have somewhere where you fit in, because everyone is welcome at the table. So, you know, talking about these new friends that you're making, happiness, like, you don't want to be on your social media and complaining. And I know that there's so much going on politically right now. There's so much going on just with the virus and just everything, that it can feel so heavy. Don't be a part of that. Like, be a part of that in a positive way. Don't be part of that in a negative way. Don't add to the drama. Don't add to the anxiety that people see when they're getting on social media right now. So just make sure that like your page is representing like the best version of yourself and the happiest version of yourself. Okay, we're not airing dirty laundry. We all have things that we go through in life, but we're not putting it out there and putting it on blast, because that's going to push people away, right? And what you get put out is what you're going to receive. Okay, what you put out is what you attract to you. Next is where you started and where you're going. So, you know, it's funny, like when I first joined this, I was so embarrassed to talk about the fact that the girls and I used to be on food stamps, or that with daycare, we used to have state help with daycare, like, just because I couldn't afford any of that, like, try to pay for daycare on my own. Like, heck no, that would not have happened. That would have been like my entire paychecks. And I used to be so afraid to talk about that because I felt so like weird about that. And if you're on that right now, like, I'm not saying you should feel weird about that. That's just me and my own insecurities. But once I started opening up about that, that brought out a whole new group of women that could relate to me in a different way. You know, like, social media can sometimes be this like highlight reel, but when you get real about the things that you've gone through, whether it happens to be food stamps, or whether it happens to be the single parent thing, or, you know, stacking up credit card debt, when you get real about those things, and you talk about where you were, but now like where you're going, and the things, you know, getting off food stamps, and now you're able to start paying off that credit card debt, things like that, that like I said, like, people can relate to that. People can relate to like not wanting to fill up their gas tank because they only have $20 in their bank account, so they're just gonna put 10 in it and write it out until Friday when they get paid. Like, people can relate to those real life struggles, so don't ever be afraid to talk about them, because somebody needs to hear your story. I feel like by holding yourself back a little bit on like the things that you've been through in life, and I'm not saying like put all your stuff that you're uncomfortable with out there. I'm just saying, like, you know, if I hadn't started talking about the fact that the girls and I used to be on food stamps, and the fact that we used to be on state help for medical and just all of it, any state help, I had it. I had WIC, I had all the things. And if I hadn't gotten comfortable talking about that, then I wouldn't have, you know, maybe there's another mom that needed to hear my story, and maybe I hit her with my story on the right day, and then she's like, okay, you know what, I am where Ashley used to be, and I see where she is now, and I want that, and I see what this business has done for her, and if she can come from the same place that I've been and I'm coming from right now, then maybe this business can do something for me too. So does that make sense, how like being real about your story can help others to relate to you and put them in your shoes, as to see like you inspire them really to see what they can do. Talking about when we get paid, when you buy things. So again, that can go from, I think we're good. Okay, so that could be, you know, some of my favorite things is gas, groceries, bills, phone bill, power bill, car payment, insurance, any life necessity, formula for the baby. All of those things are really good things to talk about that the business is paying for. Other good things are date night, or going out to lunch, or treating yourself, or spending money on you. It doesn't have to just be about the bills. Because I remember before the business, I always felt like I paid all my bills first, and then anything other, it's like kids grow out of their clothes like every 3 months, so then all my extra money would go to, you know, new shoes that the girls needed, or new clothing that they needed, or something would happen to break, you have to get, you know, something for your car, new brakes for your car, or a rock hit the window and now you've got to get a new window. And it felt like anytime that I had extra cash, I wasn't able to spend it on myself. I had to spend it on something that needed to be taken care of. And that's just life, and that's just being responsible. But now with the business, it feels good to be able to spend that money on myself, and to be able to splurge on myself, and not feel like, oh my God, like now I'm gonna have to like scrape by until my next paycheck. And so many people can relate to feeling that way. So don't just only focus on, you know, the bills, like focus on what you're able to do, and like how you're able to spoil yourself for all your hard work and what you're providing. Another thing is working at a place that they wish that they were. This can be poolside, this can be while you're camping this summer, this could be when you're at the beach this summer, at the waterfront. Mine, a lot of this summer is going to be me in the backyard with my kids playing on the trampoline, and me getting work done while they're having a great time. Doing things like that. Like, you know, a lot of people, how much does it suck to be at work? And I know a lot of you aren't fully working from home right now, so you can relate right now. Like, you're at work, the weather's finally getting nice if you're in Washington, and you're looking on social media, somebody's at the spray park, or somebody's got their kids at the lake for the day because they got the day off, and you're like, dude, I would rather do anything right now than be at this job. I would rather be outside with my babies doing things, right? So show people where you're working from. And it's not like a braggy way, but it's just showing them like you are owning your own time, and you are like working when you want to, and then working when you don't want to. That was you yeah, Chelsea, I saw you shaking your head. I was like, dude, I know you feel that. Yeah, we finally got like sunshine, but it's about to rain again. Who would have thought? Okay, so you want to show people like working and doing stuff like that. Shouting out your distributors when you're helping them, you know, when they are getting their faster or their shopping sprees, like I said, or, you know, when they're getting charted executive, Ruby, Emerald, Diamond, whatever it may be, and just the success that they're having. Or, you know, sometimes I'll take messages. We have someone who's about to quit their job. Their last day is on the 26th, but I don't want to post it yet because I don't know if she posted about it yet, but I wanted her to post about it first. But when you guys text me really exciting things about your paychecks, or really exciting things about like, you know, things like successes that are going on for you, I love to screenshot that. And I love to, I don't think I've done it for a while, but that used to be one of my favorite things, to like screenshotting it and then putting it onto like a photo, like a selfie, and then just talking about how freaking happy that makes me to see this girl go from working this job where her boss treats her like crap, and now she's going to be working fully from home. Like, that is so exciting. And I love that we get to help other people do that. And so by showing somebody else's you know, like win and their success, that's showing people that it's not just you that is loving this. It's not just you that is like, you know, being successful. You're also helping others to do the same. Okay, so that's why that is important, no matter how big or small. It doesn't have to be someone on your team's like, you know, quitting their job and working from home. It could be smaller things like, you know, executive, somebody paying off their phone bill, whatever it may be. Another thing is, we already talked about weekly bonuses, and then bonuses for signing customers. Okay, let's go into convos. Does anyone have, before we switch to convos, does anyone have anything to question about posting real fast? We might go to like 45 minutes, because I don't know if I've got like 10 more minutes. It might go just a little bit over than 30 minutes. Sorry about that. Okay, no questions about posting. Cool. We're going to move on to convos, okay? So I want you to start thinking this way. It does not matter how many people are liking your posts, okay? It does not matter how many people that you get 20, 30, 100 freaking likes on your business post. What matters is what's happening in your DMs, okay? So stop paying attention to the number of people that are liking your posts and thinking that that measures any kind of success for you. What's measuring your success is how many people are you talking to? How, like, are your messages blowing up? If I was to go into your Messenger app right now, how many people did you talk to about the business today? How many people have you talked about the business in the past week, okay? I know I was talking to someone and she was saying she's so nervous to reach out to people. And if that's you, like if you feel like you're nervous to reach out to people about the business, drop a 1 in the chat because I'm gonna speak to you in a minute. What you don't want to be doing is waiting for people and expecting that, oh, you know, I put up this business post. Someone, you know, if they're interested, they're going to come to me, or if they're interested, they would fill out my influencer application, or if they're interested, they would comment on my post right now. Okay, we're seeing a lot of people are afraid to reach out. Okay, you need to, that is something you have to get past, okay? Because you cannot wait for people to come to you about the business because you're not going to sign distributors. Like, yes, every once in a while you will get those people who come to you, but you need to be the one. Sometimes think of it on the other side. Sometimes people are nervous to reach out to you. Like, there are so many times where I've reached out to people and I'm like, hey, like, were you interested? Yada, yada, you know, like off of liking a business post. And they're like, yeah, I've been watching you for a while. I just don't know if this is something I could do. So they're nervous on their end, okay? So you have to take the nerves out of it and you just have to do it. So you got over your fear when you joined the business, right? And then you got over your fear when you were talking to people and signed your first customer, right? Like in this, we're constantly pushing ourselves out of our comfort zone. But what felt scary becomes normal and natural because we start doing it over and over again. So by reaching out to people, you're going to push yourself past that fear and it's going to become natural to you. And you're not even going to you're not going to question yourself about it. Because think of it this way as well, like you're giving somebody an opportunity to change their life, okay? Like you're giving somebody an opportunity to be home with their babies. You're giving somebody an opportunity to get out of that debt that they're in, to get out of that depression, whatever they may be going through. Like we never know what people are going through, right? So you're giving somebody a gold mine of an opportunity to change their life. Like what is so shameful about that, okay? And the worst thing that they're gonna do is say no, or that they're not interested like right now. And that's okay because you move on and you keep talking to others. But I bet you anything, those people are going to keep watching you because no never means no. It just means not right now. And I have had so many people that I've talked to that have told me no in the past, and then they've come back around, like Ashley. Like I said, 3 years ago we spoke, and she came back around. And no, they're not always going to take 3 years, but sometimes you just have to be the one to open up that conversation. Okay. I lost my train of thought, which happens a lot. Okay, so ways to reach out to people. I'm actually going to share with you guys some messages of ways I like to reach out to people, okay? And you can make your own variations of this, or if you see one that's similar to like something that you do, you can totally pop it into the chat too. So times that you want to be reaching out to people is when people are liking your business posts. When my new favorite way is when somebody gets a post to post for you. I started asking people about offering them the business, and I'll show you how I do it. It's very simple. So people liking your business posts, people that host posts for you, people who vote on your slides on Instagram, and then people who are always watching your stories. So I'm going to share, you guys can just copy these and then you can totally, make them your own. But especially if you're nervous and you're like, oh my God, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. Like, it's so easy. Okay. If somebody's been liking my business post, a typical thing that I would say to them is, hey girl, I noticed you've been liking some of my posts about what I do for work lately, and I didn't want to go without asking, are you just being super sweet and supportive, or are you interested in some income from home? Either way, thanks for the love. If they're not, they just say, I was just being sweet. And I'm just like, okay, cool, thanks, whatever. I move on, and I know that they're going to keep watching me and they're going to be paying attention to what I'm posting now. Another way is, and I have these saved in my word board. I just have PDT reach out messages. Another one is, so I'll be honest, I've been wanting to ask you forever now. I'm sure you're just being super sweet by liking my photos about what I do for work and just showing support. But I got to ask if you would like some info about how it all works. Sorry. I love your photos and I wasn't sure if you could use the extra money right now. How simple is that? Like, what is so scary about that, right? When they host posts now, as soon as they tell me that they get the post up, the next thing that I do is I'm like, okay, cool. So like the next giveaway is going to be, you know, on the 1st of July. So excited for you. Good luck. And then I say, by the way, I just checked out your page. Make sure you actually check out their page, because you don't want to be saying this to somebody that literally does not ever post. It says, by the way, I just checked out your page and I think you would be good at this. Have you ever thought about doing something like this? Boom. Easy. They say yes, they say no. If they say yes and, you know, or maybe they don't really know what you're going to do, we hop into the conversation anyways, okay? If they say no, it's not so scary. It's all good. They're going to be watching you. Okay, so if watching my stories, I really like to reach out to people who are watching my stories on Instagram or Facebook, because they see you post about your life, they see you post about the business, they see you post about the products, and they're continuing to watch. They're interested, they know exactly what you're doing. So I'm not going to read that one, it's super long, but you guys can go ahead and copy that one. But I've sent distributors just reaching out off of my story as well. Side note, I want to backtrack. Maybe I didn't. No, maybe I think I skipped around on myself, but it's okay. I was just going to say, along with posting, utilizing your Facebook stories and your Instagram stories is so freaking important, because that's like a way for you to blog throughout your day and a way for people to really get a sense of who you are and be connected with you. Like, and people love watching stories, okay? They love watching what people are doing. We're nosy as hell, right? We love watching what Chelsea's doing and what her kids are at the park for and all this stuff. Like, people are interested. So make sure that you're utilizing your stories every single day. You want to be having 8 to 10 slides up a day. And then every once in a while, you want to be doing those fun slides that we do where we talk about, you know, we make the pretty slides and it takes like 2 hours, and we do our little story. We did that, like last week. So that's really important too. So anyways, now that we got all sidetracked, so those are ways that I reach out to people. Super simple, but it's really a numbers game, okay? So how many people did you guys talk to about the business today? Put it in the chat. I want to know. Let's talk about a numbers game real fast. And don't be afraid. If you're like 0, it's okay. I'm not about to call you out. 0, 4, 23. Jamie's putting in work. 1, 0. Again, no shame. That's why we're doing this. 1. Okay, so this is a numbers game. Let's think about this. Now that I just gave you that message to ask people, like to offer the business to people who just got a host post up for you. If you're getting your minimal of 10 host posts up per day, that means that you're offering the business and you're starting a conversation about the business to 10 people a day, okay? 10 people a day. I guarantee that at least three of them are going to want more information that's going to lead to a conversation, okay? Some might say no, some might ignore you, and that's fine. I get that too all the time. No worries. But I guarantee you, out of that, at least about 3 people are going to want some more information. So that right there is 3 new potentials in a day. If you were to only ask those 10, and this is like without messaging people off of like people who liked your business post or people who are watching your stories, this is just the 10 people a day that you're getting a host post for you. That now over a month is you have brought the business up to 300 people. 10 people a day who host post for you. Into a whole month, that's 300. And if 3 of those people are wanting more information and you're having like a full-on conversation with them, that's 90 people in a month that you're talking to about the business. How bomb is that? Like, you want to know why you're not signing distributors? It's in your messaging. It's not in who's liking your post or how perfect your business post is or how perfect your selfie is or how good your photo looks. It's in your DMs, okay? That is where it's coming from. Because let me know, like, if you're someone who, like Jamie, I've seen Jamie McCollum. I've seen you sign like 7 to 10 distributors consistently. When you're signing that many distributors consistently, how many people are in your messages? Way more than the 0 that you said that you talked to today, yeah? She's talking to tons of people, okay? It's a numbers game. So I want you to start focusing on your messages, reaching out and like and follow-ups, but not just waiting for people to come to you off of your business posting, because they're not always going to do it when you say, even if you say, I've got 5 spots open, message me trial, like they're not always going to do it because people are nervous on their end too. And people are they want to watch you for a little bit longer sometimes. So you want to be reaching out and you want to be offering. It's super important. Like, you're sharing such an amazing opportunity with them and it's really going to change your business. Okay. So let's talk about a little bit more of conversations. Who in here uses Money Makeover, and who doesn't even know what Money Makeover is or maybe needs to be added to Money Makeover? put it in the chat. If you need to be added, just say I need to be added. If you use it, just say I use it. If you're in it but you don't use it, just say I don't use it. You use it, love it, you use it. Use it, use it. And if you don't use it, it's okay. I'm not gonna be like, why aren't you using it? Not yet. Use it rarely. Okay, so use it sometimes, not yet. Okay, so especially when you're newer, this group is amazing. So if you're not in it, I think nobody said that they weren't in it. So everyone in here should be in it. But especially when you're newer, this like this group is amazing. Okay, back in December, I signed like 5 distributors in one day, and I signed 8 DTs in like the last 5 days of the month just by using this group. And I'm gonna actually share my conversation with you guys too. I just felt like sharing everything tonight. So yeah, Megan, we'll talk about that. But you do. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys literally, especially if you're newer and you're gonna want to really utilize this group, because it really does all the work for you. Okay, like you have a basic gist of the conversation with your potential, and then you get them into my conversation I'm sharing. It's going to have like where you get them added into it. You get them into the money makeover group. They watch the 3 videos, they get all the extra info that they need, and then they come back to you like bam, ready to go. Okay, like it's amazing, and that's why we've made it. And definitely if you're on the newer end, like if you're below diamond, like you're not diamond yet, I would definitely be utilizing this thing like a mofo. Okay, so this is what I say so say that somebody host posted for me. Let's do that. Say somebody host posted for me and I was like, hey, by the way, I looked at your page. You'd be really good at what I do. Do you want some more info? And they say, yeah, sure. Or what do you do? I'm not quite sure. I say, awesome. Okay, so basically all I do is I work on social media as a business owner with It Works. I share our company's products. People become interested, and when they're ready to order, I help them place their order through my link. This is how I make commissions and bonuses of full-time income all from home. You can take that full-time income out. You can put part-time income or a side income, whatever, all from home. I want you guys to make this, edit it if you need to be like you. I've been doing it for 3 years now, and I absolutely love it. Obviously, if you've not been doing this for 3 years, fix that part. It's so much fun, and the pay is so good once you get it going. I paid off all my credit card debt from this, and it's done so much good for my daughters and I. Again, if that it's not you, edit that so it's not just like some weird awkward lie. Does this sound like something you could do and would want more info on? Then they say yes. Oh my god. And then you're gonna say, and what's important when you're talking to a distributor, just like we do when we're talking to customers, you know how like we have a system, like we have these messages that we flow through. You want to do the same thing when you're talking to a distributor. Okay, you want to have the same flow. Not every single conversation is going to be the exact same, because maybe they'll ask about how much you make, or like what rank you are, or maybe they'll have fears that they bring up. That's going to be like case by case of like what to talk about at that point. But you want to have the same basic flow every time that you talk to a distributor. You want to have a system. So the next I say, okay, so I do everything, because they said yes, I want more info. So I say I do everything off my social media. Facebook and Instagram are my best friends when it comes to this. We can even add in TikTok, because we're about to talk about TikTok in a minute too. And I love that I can easily fit it into my busy schedule. I did this so easy around being a college student, single parent, and working. Again, edit that if that is not true to you, okay? So if you're busy like I am, then you'll be fine. How much extra a month would help you out? So by talking about this, you're already, a lot of people, they're like, I don't know if I could do this. I'm so busy. I work. By me talking about how busy I was as a college student, a single parent, and working, that's already going to take away, like, they can't give me any excuse of like, they're too busy, because girl, I was flipping busy when I first joined. Okay. So I'm letting them know that like, even if you're busy like I was, you can still do this and you can still be successful. Then I'm finding out how much extra a month would help them. And no matter what they say, I let them know that it's possible, because any income in this is possible, okay? So I say, perfect, I can definitely help you. It's typical to make 200 to 400 a month starting out, and it only goes up from there. The speed is determined by how fast you want to push through training and how much time you want to put into it. It takes about an hour of work from your phone a day, and I'd be teaching you how to do all the steps. You don't need any experience. You don't need a bunch of family or friends who you feel like would buy from you. We help you branch out to help people far outside your normal circle, but of course family and friends being supportive is extra sweet. So by saying that, I'm going against their fear that they probably already have of like, I wouldn't be good at this because I don't know a lot of people. I don't have a big following. I don't have this. I don't have that. So do you see how when I'm already having a conversation with them, I'm already talking about things that they would probably give me as an excuse for like what they might be feeling as to like why they would be nervous to join this, right? Because some of you probably felt the same way. Some of you probably held on for a bit and didn't join right away because one, you didn't think you'd be good at this. Two, you were nervous. Three, you didn't think you knew a lot of people, or you didn't think you had the time. We all have those same like feelings in the beginning, right? So then I say, in that same message, I say, I'm sure you probably have so many more questions. Would it be okay if I add you to a group I have that has 3 short videos to go that go a little more in depth on what we do? Then after that, we can get started, or we can talk about getting started. So that lets them know they're going to watch the videos, and then after that, we're just going to get them started, right? So then they say yes, and then I get them into the Money Makeover group. I tag them in that, and then I either usually I'll be like, okay, I just got you in, and I tagged you in the videos. Let me know when you finish. They either let me know when they finish, or if they don't get back to me, like say it's in the evening, if they don't get back to me, then I'll just message them like the next morning, because maybe they got busy or something. Or if I had got them into it in the morning, then before I go to bed at night, like in the evening, maybe after dinner, I'll end up messaging them just like, hey, did you watch those? Megan, I'm about to read that in 1 second. So then after that, this is how I know a lot of people are like, how do we talk about the getting started part, right? Like you get so nervous to say $99. You feel great when it's 26. You feel great when it's 45 or 67, whatever these random like sales that they do. But when it's 99, you're so flippin' like intimidated by that. If you can like agree with that, drop a 1 in the chat. Like, do you feel nervous when it comes time to tell people like what the price is to get started? Okay, so you have to let that go, okay? The thing with conversations with potential distributors is that you have to be very confident, because people can feel it. We can sense it, right? They can sense when you're being awkward. They can sense when you're beating around the bush for the price, or, you're not being like, they can just tell when you're not being confident, okay? So I want you, even if you're nervous, you're just gonna pretend that you're confident. You're just gonna like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 it and be like, dude, I'm a boss ass bitch. Sorry, there's a baby. But they want to join my team because everyone wants to be on my team. Okay, you're gonna think like that when you're talking to your PDTs. So when I tell them about the price, I say, like, say that they're like, yeah, okay, I just watched, I'm so excited, yada yada. I might add something more personal in the beginning of this message, just depending on what they say to me. So it says, so excited for you. So all that's needed to get started is paying your business fee. This will be your own legal business, so you need rights to sell the product. It's only, I say only, okay, it's only $99. And not only does that cover your legal rights to sell, it covers your website that the company maintains, your office, your online office, yada, yada, yada. Once you're registered, I get you added into training, and we'll partner up until you feel comfortable flying solo. Are you ready? Boom. That is my system. If they have like, random side talk, like I'll edit these messages and add some random side talk, but you need a system like that. So whether you're going to use that system or come up with your own system, it's just so important that when you're talking to your PDTs, you have a system just like you do when you have a system for talking to customers about, the X pack, or, like upselling something like that. It's so important. And it's just so important that you keep control and you're guiding the conversation, because if you didn't notice, every single one of my messages ended with a question, right? So you need to be ending with a question, and you need to be guiding the conversation. Megan said, I ignored Ashley's post for at least a month and then just scrolled past them. She messaged me to host post, and I asked her about the biz after posting a couple times for her. Yeah, I know. That was back before I like asked people like when they'd host posts for me about the business. Megan came and she kind of just like came in on the spot. Oh, and that's another thing that I wanted to talk about. Okay, so you guys need to be in this mindset, like you need to be journaling and in the mindset, and you need to remind yourself daily that you are attracting your dream team. Okay, you need to have this confidence that you are attracting your dream team, and that is why you're showing up for yourself in your business daily, because all it takes is one person to completely change your business. Okay, I signed Megan at the very end of December, and within 3 months she went diamond. Bam, 3 months. What would you do if you signed someone tomorrow, and in 3 months from now you've got a diamond on your team? Like that would be amazing, right? And I signed Kelsey 2 months ago, and within 1 month she went ruby. So like, what would a new ruby next month for you do to your team? That would change your business, right? Like you'd be going you know, emerald at least, right? Because you got like half your chart for emerald done. So how amazing would that be? All it takes is one person, and you never know when they're going to come in. Like I didn't know that Megan messaged me out of nowhere, and then boom, she signed up, and then I'm just like, dang girl, she signed like 700 volume in 2 days, and then she like went ruby in a month, and then she's like diamond 3 months later. I'm just like, what the heck just happened? That's crazy. Did not know she was ever going to come in and like switch things up in my business like that. And sometimes it's not about who you sign, but it's when you start to sign people, it becomes about who they start to sign and who they bring into your business as well. Because Jamie McCollum, I didn't sign her, but she's a diamond on my team now. Haley, I didn't sign her, but she's a triple diamond on my team. So it starts to have a dominoes effect of like, it's not just who you sign, but it starts to be who your team starts to bring in as well. That completely changes your business. Okay. Okay. Give me 5 minutes and we'll be done. Okay. 5 minutes. Go up. Did you get allergy medicine? Okay, I'll get you some in 5. We have really bad allergies this year. Okay, so just remind yourself, like, be in the mindset and be journaling about how you are attracting your dream team and how they are coming to you, because like one person can change everything for your business, and having that one person like on your team that's excited will literally like ignite your excitement even more, and then you're just ready to go. Okay, so last thing that I want to talk about, sorry, I know 30 minutes, but we're at 40 now. So is TikTok and influencer applications. Who on here is on TikTok? Because that is going to be our new focus. That is where it's at. I made a TikTok today. Haley made like 20 TikToks today. I don't know how she did it. Dude, it took me like 2 hours to make one, but that's because I didn't realize that you can do a countdown. I was getting so mad because I would like delete half my video and like try to line up the music. Okay, but once you get it down, it's a lot easier than 20 minutes, 2 hours for one. That was embarrassing. Okay, so everyone's getting on TikTok. Good, because this is like where it's at right now, okay? Like the business, social media is always changing, okay? And you have to be willing to adapt and be open to what's coming and like the new things that are happening. So it might feel confusing right now, Jessica, but if you're feeling confused, honestly, just watch a million YouTube videos until you get that thing down, okay? YouTube videos, you can learn anything in life on YouTube videos. I'm about to buy an old van right now, and I'm about to turn it into a camper van. I don't know how to use tools. I don't know how to do anything, but I'm about to YouTube that thing, and I'm about to make my own little camper van as soon as I find one. But yeah, you can literally, so like signing distributors, getting better with that. You can YouTube it. Getting better at Instagram stories, getting better at you know, all the little fancy things that people do on their Instagram stories, or getting better at posting, or getting better at TikTok. Those are all things that on your time you should be watching at least one a day until you master that thing, okay? So TikTok, if you're not doing it, you need to be doing it. It's like the new way of mass enrolling, and it's amazing. What you want to do, like if you're not feeling like, TikTok is really just people copying other people and like making it their own, okay? So that's what you want to be doing with this. You want to start following leaders. I'm on TikTok. Jamie has 1 million TikToks. Haley, any Diamond Plus leader on our team, that's like, you know, Katie or Brittany and her team, Nicole, all of them, they all have TikToks that you can follow, and nobody's going to care if you see like the one that I did today. I literally saw another distributor do that one, and I just ended up doing it myself. So it's pretty simple of like getting into the mindset. You're just going to kind of like find a good business TikTok that you enjoy and that you're like, oh wow, that's cool, I like that one. Like take from that idea and then recreate that into yourself. And just remember that it needs to have 1 second at the end of the income disclosure statement on that still. That's how we keep those compliant, is putting that income disclosure statement. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to mine or Haley's or Jamie's or Megan's. I know Megan did some today. Yeah, Megan said look at team leaders TikToks for business ideas. Lots of ideas were dropped into the accountability chat. So in that chat, yeah, so go into that today and go look in that and get a bunch of ideas. But again, on your TikTok, you don't just want it to be business. Like you want to go and like find other videos and like get creative and just have fun. Like it's such a fun creative outlet, and it's like a 15-second video. Like Haley said that to me today. She was like, yeah dude, it's so easy, it's just making a 15-second video. And I was like, I haven't been making TikToks and I've been like not doing it. It's a 15-second video. What am I doing? Like, why you can't make a 15-second video and then go sign like 10 distributors? Like, what? That sounds so worth my time. I'm about to be all over that. So, does everyone on here have an influencer application? Because I kind of want to go on with this. Because for the TikTok videos, you want to be directing those people to your Instagram, which you can connect your Instagram and your TikTok together. Like you can get, let me see. It has it, sorry. So it has it where you can connect your Instagram, or you can even put it in your bio. So, and then it will bring people to you, because like the one that I did today, I just said, let me turn that down. It says fill out application in my bio on my Instagram. And then they go to my page. They're going to go to my Instagram. Now I'm going to get followers. So I'm getting followers from TikTok onto my Instagram. And then if you go on my Instagram, I was thinking of doing a 30-minute, it'll be 30-minute like power hour with you guys tomorrow and teaching you how to do, I made one on it's called Milkshake. It's this app. I'm gonna probably play around with it tonight and make it prettier and kind of like up it a little bit, because I made it in like 10 minutes today, just so I could get my TikTok up, because I didn't want to like direct people to my Instagram and then not have an influencer application on there. But like this needs to be fixed, that photo needs to be fixed. But I will teach you guys how to do this tomorrow, of making a influencer application. It's compliant, it's got the IDS, and then they scroll down and then it takes them to my influencer application, and I get notified every time that somebody fills this out. If you don't have one of these, I've got a video for how we do it on yeah, okay, I'll do a little like 30-minute power hour tomorrow, because it's really easy. So we'll do that tomorrow night for the Milkshake like influencer application thing, just to make it super pretty. Because if you want to go Diamond Plus and you want to run your business legit, you need to start to do all this, the things that like are legit. So if you don't have a influencer application, you want one, because it makes you more legit. Okay. You can also put IDS on the influence. Oh, okay. So you can make that on the Google Doc. But who here? Okay, Jessica doesn't have a influencer application. Cassie, in our chat, I'll go ahead and put my video of how to make the influencer application. And you guys can watch that and just follow along with that and get your influencer application made either tonight if you have the time, or tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, do you guys want me to show you how to make that pretty little like Milkshake app thing? So okay, so we'll do that tomorrow night, because I thought that was super cute. But you definitely want to get that up like now, so that you can start doing TikToks, directing those people to your Instagram, to your influencer application, and then you can start having these conversations from there. And the way that I do my conversations with people on my influencer application, like you can still get them into the Money Makeover group. Like, and you know, you just be like, hey, can we add each other on Facebook? Or is it cool if I send you a group for a link on Facebook? Or send you a link for a group on Facebook and get them into the Money Makeover group as well. I sent Kelsey, the one who came in and like a month and a half ago and then went Ruby in a month. I signed her from TikTok. Like she was a PDT from TikTok. So I had gotten her into the Money Makeover group after I was texting her. So you can, that all goes full circle. Okay, so we're gonna end it with that.